Good morning. Welcome back to my garden. I'm not even going to hazard to guess what happened here. But this is coming down, and it's going to come right across this fence. And since we're expanding the garden, I got to do something about that right now. Well, today's Saturday, and you know what that means. We're going to do a quick tour of this garden, and then we're going to go to you and celebrate what's going on in your garden. While I've removed this hazard, let's go ahead and take a look at Walter's peppers. Walter planted all of his peppers in containers this year, and by diligently moving them in and out of the house when the weather got cold, his strategy is going to allow him to have freshly ripened ghost peppers for Thanksgiving dinner. Walter, your inspiration is amazing, and we sure do appreciate you being part of this community. Walter, that was excellent. Now this could have been a lot worse. The nice thing about having this lighter wire, it gives pretty good. We got lucky, we were kind of right at the end, so it didn't pull the whole wire down, just bent this end piece down. We're just straightening this up a little bit, put a couple staples in it. I did kind of tangle and loosen this bottom wire a little bit. And the wind has been blowing the leaves up in here, so I got to clean this up, but we're going to go ahead and commit and get the wire strung for the next part of the electric fence, and then tomorrow we'll move the rest of the fence out. We'll be able to charge it up and we'll be sealed up again. Now that we got that fence back in place, let's go ahead and set a couple posts. We'll start our tie-in. We'll get this hot wire around our whole perimeter. Now I'm only going to put in a couple because we got extras when we take that out. Come up past this post because we're going to make that corner. And then we probably ought to make that a straight line, don't you think? Then we're just going to unwind it. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take this gate off. We're just going to have wire across here because I'm not going to be in here very often. Well, why go ahead and string a little bit more wire? Go ahead and take a look at another one of our friends. This is a new member to this community. Louise has got a wonderful garden. Louise is new to gardening, so I understand. Also new to this community. Just look what a little pre-planting. I understand there's very little sun, so all of the raised beds are on wheels. You just move things around and just look at what's growing. And those sunchokes, that's a great harvest. Welcome to this community and thank you for sharing. Well, now that I got the wire strung all the way around the entire new garden, I have to pull the ground wires and put those in over there by the gate, move the charger, then I can tie these into the existing fence, move some more of these poles, tighten this up a little bit, we'll be ready to move the fence. So by tomorrow afternoon, the new fence should be up and going. Now as soon as we get done with the fence project, we're going to go ahead and we're going to need to put some kind of a cover over this. Now our beets and our spinach are doing really well. The few carrots that we got in here are doing good. The cilantro that came up on its own is doing really well. We got more cabbage starting to come up, and you can really see the difference. This would be the roost stout cabbage planted just on top. This cabbage, which is just now starting to come up, that was more, I poked the holes and dropped them down. So they had a little further to go. We do have some cilantro coming up, and a couple carrot seeds got off over here. Well, when you water a little heavy on a roost stout, sometimes the seeds move, but that's okay. We'll see what we get. I'm definitely going to have to mulch this in a little bit. We definitely are going to have a full bed of garlic. And when the leaves start coming down in the deep mulch, it starts backfilling. It just helps you out. Spinach and the turnips are doing really great. On the edges of the carrots, we got some radishes that made it. And the wind's starting to mulch those too. And has anybody ever said you can't have enough beets? You know, it's almost Thanksgiving. we're going to have fresh greens right out of the garden. Our lettuces are the cool morning and warm afternoons. They're doing great, along with our Swiss chard. With any luck, we'll be able to eat this Swiss chard well past Christmas. I know it's getting into winter, but if you're in a part of the world that you're still growing, I invite you to send along a couple photographs so we can celebrate what's going on in your garden. I guarantee you all other gardeners around the world would love to see what you're doing. This is where we get ideas, this is where we get inspiration, and this is where I get the motivation to come out here day after day to show you what's actually possible in a deep mulch garden. Well, I didn't expect to have to come out here and cut down a tree this morning, but you gotta roll with the punches. By this time tomorrow, we should have the fence tied in, the new garden up and ready to go. Hope you join me for that. If you want to see a little bit about the mulch and what we're doing here in the garden, check out that video and I'll meet you right back here in the garden. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.